yes, in our opinion, was the man that moved ski instruction along, especially in the Donner Summit area with the help of some people like Dr. Hildebrand and many other famous names that that he was here that came to visit at the Siggy Ingalls or Freddie Pfeiffers, Friedel Pfeiffers and the Island people, and it just went on and on and on. But Bill Klein, the gentleman sitting here. Bill was such an instrumental person in putting together the modern techniques of skiing, and I think some were his individual things, which he likes to talk about at times. But I can't go on enough about him, because how do you say anything about a person who, in many people's minds, is way above all of us, especially in the skiing legends, and this man did it all here. He spent a lot of time in the early days at the Sierra Club. He was instrumental in getting people up and down, and most of the lodges that we have here today, he would put a ski instructor in there, and it would be the Bill Klein Ski School. So he was quite famous I don't know how he did it all. He just was everywhere and had all these people working with him, and it could go on and on about the names of all the people that were there. But I think most importantly is that Bill came and he decided to stay here. A few minutes ago he was saying, you know, I almost left. He says, there wasn't anything here. Why do I want to stay on Donner Summit? But boy, are we happy, at least I am, and I think all you people are too, that he decided to stay and help Donner Summit become what it is. Bill, I don't know how to say much more about you, because I personally looked up to this man. When I heard he got hurt one time, he ran into a ski lift tower over at Sugar Bowl, and it was pretty sad and bad. But anyway, he did he almost didn't make it, but he had the fortitude and had all the other stuff to say that, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to do it. Bill, give us a few.
Thank you, Norm, for inviting me to this gathering, and I'm so happy to see a few old-timers, but I must say, I don't know if there's anybody here from 1936. I came here 75 years ago to the Sierra Club. Professor or Dr. Hildebrand, manager of the Olympic team, invited my brother and I to come up and see the area. And if we could, he offered us to stay at the Sierra Club to take over the school. When we arrived here in the summit, I was looking for the slopes to ski on, because I come from Austria, and our village, you know, is way down here, and the mountains go up quite steep. And we had a lot more open areas. And we went up to the very summit, looking down to the lake, and there are nothing but boulders and rocks. He says, don't worry about those. He says, they're all going to be covered up. We have about 10 feet of snow up here or more. He says that they all will be covered up, and we can ski right over. Well, it took me a while to absorb that, because in Austria, where I come from, we don't have that much snow as you do get here. We get the average of maybe 6 to 7 feet of snow, and that's a lot of snow in Austria, except the very high Alps, you know. But I was very surprised when the snow came, to see everything covered up and just looked like a beautiful paradise. So we decided to stay, and we stayed I retired in '93. I was at the Sugar Bowl for about, I forgot how many years. I left the Sierra Club and took over the Sugar Bowl ski school in '46. After I came back from the army, from the ski troops, and I couldn't believe what I have seen lately, what they have done in the Sugar Bowl. It looks like a beautiful village now, like we are used to see more in the Alps. So thank you so much, Norm. It's great to be here.
Well, Bill just reminded me of a couple of things. For those of you that don't know, Bill was a member of the 10th Mountain Division. The 10th Mountain Division in World War II was quite a prominent organization. Our local community here had about 8 or 10 of the guys that were in that outfit, and in Italy especially, they were the lead guys that went into there and in the Po Valley in that area and opened it up. And I think that was really kind of the start of the end of the war over there. But you know, I called Bill here this summer, and I asked him if Bill Odegeese and I could come over and interview him. And I got a hold of Annalise, his lovely wife, standing here, and she says, well, how long are you going to be here? And I says, oh, we'll cut it short, you know, we'll only be there maybe an hour and a half. Well, 6 hours later, because every time Bill would say something, it refreshed my memory to something, and we just kept going. And he'd go downstairs, and he'd find a piece of paper, and he'd find a photograph, and he'd come back up with a medal or whatever. But I think we had a good time. At least I surely did. So we end up here today, and Bill, I'd like to give you from the Donna Summit Historical Society a light plaque of what Star just received. The wording on it is the same. But congratulations, and thank you so much for coming to this. Absolutely wonderful. Somebody's telling me something.
If you'd like to read about the life and times of Bill Klein, our December newsletter will feature him along with Sugar Bowl's first year. And it's a free subscription. Feel free to give us your email address, and it will be delivered to your electronic doorstep, so to speak. You can look forward to that, Bill.
Okay, we're moving on just a little bit more, and you know,